to go, not set in the title. Broadcasting live. So harsh. Right, this is the entrance to the controversial cuadrilla fracking site. Because it's such a big protest today, this video won't be as interesting as some of the other live streams you'll have seen, which is people blocking the trucks to get in. The actual fracking operation has started. You can see how much of it's been dug out the ground, and you can see it's all going along there and all the rest of it. But the protest here of local people and activists is to try and stop the trucks from going in as quickly, because they can't completely stop it because of the police. But it's got pretty bad with the police sometimes. There's someone I know, I might stop them. Still not irradiating so much.
What?
Still not irradiating with protest against smoke alarm.
Right, did you get the arrest just now at all?
No, that was not here. That was up by...
further down, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I wasn't there. However, something...
You just arrived or what?
Just arrived, I'm afraid. I'm not very good on mornings. There was a good disability demo that I wish I got to in London yesterday. They blocked Parliament Square.
Is it? Was that reported at all?
Not hardly at all, no. I wish I'd have got it, like... Well, no one's watching this yet.
I heard about it. I didn't see it on the telly at all.
No, it wasn't. I checked the London news, on the local news in London. It wasn't on that.
It obviously was going to be good.
The NHS demo, that got like a mention on the website, isn't it? I'm not sure if it's even on the news.
Oh, no, yeah, I saw that. That was on ITV News.
Oh, yeah. Did you have that one, or were you? Because it was a coach from Chester.
It wasn't a very lengthy, it was about 20 seconds when I read it.
Oh, right.
But it was long. Yeah.
Was it? Yeah. Oh, shut the doors, for God's sake. Yeah, Green Cross Code. Yeah, that's right, yeah. Well, stop, look, listen. Whoa! Careful! Yeah. Green Cross Code, yeah. It's true, some people aren't slowing down for the protest because of the 50 limit. Some people are probably travelling at 57, you know why? Because you can get away with 10% plus 2 miles an hour. So they're probably travelling at 57. Yeah. And yet you can stop the traffic like... Oh yeah, you can stop the traffic by going outside. I'm going to do a 1080 video looking at the site, and hopefully it'll be not too much challenge. So let's see what happens. Yeah, I will, yeah.
Beautiful people have turned up and created democracy. Thank you.
It's private land, and yes, it will have an impact on people's public land in Lancashire. This is what a fracking site then looks like when it's starting. Loads of those big fences, you know, those metal fences things. You can see it goes way over there. Got a 21 times zoom so we can have a look more easily. Can't go on the land because they own the right. Some people are pro-fracking actually, and they think it's going to be alright to do it. Put a drill about a mile down into the earth and knock hell out of the rock and displace lots of chemicals into the rock. So people say we should be worried because of the what happens if the chemicals leak into our groundwater, our water table. That can simply end up in the tap. You can get the fracking chemicals in the tap. So people of Lancashire mostly didn't want this because in fact, Lancashire County Council voted not to allow it. Well, central government pressed it ahead anyway. And so we're seeing, this is a big demo today, on a Wednesday in March. But ever since the new year, people have been here every day on a weekday, stopping the trucks coming in through this gate here, slowing them down effectively because the police are moving on. It's got into some pretty bad battles with the police, saying, you know, police getting insulted for aiding and abetting cuadrilla. And there has been a few arrests, not that many maybe, but there have been a few arrests. Even today there was a couple of things to do with stopping the workers coming in and out or making a point to them. So people who choose to work for cuadrilla are not going to have an easy time at the moment. There's police presence. You got the as you always get the police liaison wearing blue.
One other thing.
Yes.
Right, the best mate Ryan reminded me. Yes, there's no need for people to get arrested. There's no need for people to do lock-ons. All we need is this amount of people every day. Imagine that. This is the first in a long line of dominoes. We need to stop fracking here. If we stop it here, it won't happen anywhere else. All we need is this amount of people every day. Imagine that. Please go back.
It costs me £20 to come, more or less. So to get there every day, get this size, people who have travelled, rather than the local people who show up, and the activists who base themselves here. A smaller crowd that you've seen on the live streams, between 10 and 20 people that are here on weekdays. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be one of them to film stuff that happens on another day. This is a big demo. Loads of support from passing cars. This fracking is far too dangerous to mess with. Lancashire don't want it to go ahead and overall again. So people there, they know they can piss off because there's no trucks coming in, no work going on. But I don't know, maybe they're working on fracking with the stuff they've got.
Recognising the right to freedom of expression and thought. That's what we've got in a free democracy. It is also recognising the right to assemble and for individuals to come together to freely express themselves. The Convention also forbids interference from governments and public bodies, such as the police, to interfere with these rights. If the government or the police do interfere, then it is a public right to use legal process, such as the courts, to enforce those rights. Police and protest. I wish there was one here now. I wish there was never a police one anymore. One was thousands yesterday.
Police liaison over there.
Security measures in Britain are a concern for the government, especially with growing fears over terrorism attacks. New criminal laws have been brought in that provide the police with extra powers when it comes to terrorist activities and antisocial behaviour. We are neither of them. Neither. Peaceful protests in public places are a right, but more and more public spaces are being restricted. It is now easier for the police to make the peaceful protest process difficult for demonstrators. These are key points, key factors to peaceful protest. I don't hear your voice when I'm cheers, love. Cheers, mate. Very important. You like this? Come over here, guys. We'll educate you as well. There are a number of rights and regulations that pertain to peaceful protest. These rights include the right to assemble and protest on public highway without permission from the police, council or other authorities. Protesters are not committing any crime as long as they are peaceful and do not use violence or threatening behaviour. Protesters can assemble on public highway as long as they do not completely block rights of way. We have never done that, the police have. Trespass on private land without permission is not a criminal offence. Protesters can be removed from private land forcibly, but should not be arrested unless they have used intimidation or aggravation. Peaceful protests are not unlawful providing conduct is kept reasonable. Protest and police powers. There are a number of ways that the police will use their powers to keep crowd control during a protest. These can be taken in the form of stop and search if they have reasonable suspicion recent changes have been made to stop and search on laws that the police can stop and search people in certain circumstances without the need for reasonable suspicion. The police can designate an area where the people can be stopped and searched without suspicion under Section 44. This process has been used to disrupt demonstrators and the whole of London has been designated as a stop and search area under Section 44. We are not London. We are Preston New Road. We are Lancashire. We are Brack Free.
Yeah.
Breach of the peace.
What they can do with the protest
This
in
has been
London.
used against us.
Don't want them having
The
it
police
so.
also have the power to arrest people if they feel breach of the peace has been committed. The police can also stop demonstrators if they suspect that the breach of peace may be about to occur. The use of antisocial behaviour orders and dispersal orders have also been used to either prevent individuals from protesting or break up protests. It is very important for protesters to use reasonable conduct during protests. We have always used reasonable conduct to ensure that the police are not given any reason to use force or break up a protest. Injunctions. If demonstrators are protesting in front of a company, building or corporation, then the company may use an injunction to stop the protest. The injunction is a civil order and there can be criminal penalties for protesters that breach this injunction. Protesters can apply to the court and contest these. Peaceful protests are not unlawful, and it is the public's right to assemble and mount protest in a public place so long as its reasonable conduct and common sense are used during the protest. There should be no reason for the police to intervene to disrupt a protest. This is the police oath that's been read out, and I was arrested and released without charge while reading this to a police officer. He arrested me. I do solemnly and sincerely declare and affirm that I will truly serve the Queen in the office of constable with fairness, integrity, diligence and impartiality, upholding fundamental human rights and according to equal respect to all people, and that I will do the best of my powers to cause the peace to be kept and preserved and prevented all offences against people and property. And that while I continue to hold said office, I will continue to the best of my skills and knowledge discharge all the duties thereof faithfully and according to the law. This last little bit is our code of conduct. This will be read out every single day to the inspector in charge of the police force in charge of us every single day down here at Preston New Road. If we are facilitated with this, we go by our code of conduct. There is no reason anybody on this highway, on this road in front of this site, should be threatened with arrest. Everybody will get one of these tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock at Maple Farm. Protesters' code of conduct. Peaceful direct action. I will teach each person, including workers, police and media, with respect. I will connect with the people and attempt to win hearts and minds. I will not use violence, threats or insulting language. I will protect opponents from insulting or attack. I will not damage equipment, apparatus or property or others. I will accept responsibility of my actions. If I am arrested, I will behave in an exemplary manner. I will assert my right to protest and my right to silence before the law. I will know the limit of my anger or despair. I will develop strategies to manage and channel these emotions constructively. And if you want to, you can add this at the end. If you obey my code of conduct, there should be no reason for me to be threatened or arrested by the police. Each day that will be read out to the chain of command. the inspector in charge. We need to know that name. We abide by this code of conduct. We can do this peacefully. There is nobody being thrown to the ground. No councillors being thrown to the ground. Today, or tomorrow morning, this stops. John Tootle, the owner of Maple Farm, the guy that's been threatened with fines by Borough Council to take his signs down, will be the last person arrested by the police.
Why did it happen though?
We don't know, we're going to find that out. I can't say anything that we don't know. I can't, all I know is she's been arrested.
And what happened about the councillor? That was obviously...
The councillors today are meeting in Kirkham with the chief of police and everybody like that. So I actually feel like I'm on the thing now. But listen everybody, it stops now. I saw the abuse in Bolcombe. I saw the abuse in Barton Moss. And one or two other areas as well.
Yeah, Barton Moss was...
Right, it was horrific. I've just seen the lady today, the image of her face being pushed into the ground. An officer with a smug grin on his face, torturing that lady. I saw Caroline Lucas's son down in Bolcombe having a pressure point, which I just saw yesterday here in front of this site. It stops now, it stops in Lancashire. We demand that the law behaves by the duty of care for the people that are protesting down here. And it now stops in Lancashire. So please, anybody can get down tomorrow morning. Be down at Maple Farm. We're going to try and get this to every single person we can. This empowers each and every one of you. And we also need to be sending out respect to our protectors who are down here every single day before anybody else. People aren't lying behind the camera here. Here's the love, so much respect.
Yeah.
We need to be here from 7:30 till 6:30 at least every single day to watch this. This cannot be trusted. They lie. They even run over to security. We get arrested, and the side of the road get no charges. A guy runs over 3 people, and there was no arrest. Nobody in ankles. We didn't see any of that. There was blood pressure on here. The police were instrumental in that because they were panicking. With no eyewitnesses of their incompetence and cuadrilla, not telling that lorry driver not to turn right. There's incompetence of our council. That's why we have to be here. We have to make them know that this is legal and lawful, and the fact that we demand better from our council, better from our councillors, and to uphold that decision, the rightful decision, when there are thousands and thousands of hours of evidence, many thousands of pages of documented evidence to turn this town. One man, Sajid Javid, will not tell the people of Lancashire that this is the right thing to do. Will not overrule the decision on objections of 40,000 people in Lancashire that said no. I will not stand for it. Lancashire will not stand for it. I am Britain. I am Frank Free. Stand up, people of Lancashire, the rest of the country. Get yourselves down here. Peaceful protest. The government and the police have no answer for it. This is what's got us to the point we are now. 6 years. 6 years of defeat for this company. £200 million it's cost, with the evidence. I love every single person here, and I love the people on that side, believe it or not. We're here because we care, not because we hate. Because the people here care, not because we hate. We're doing this for our water, we're doing this for our children. Can we have one more hero here as well? Come on, mate, you can't that well. Because you're not one of the heroes that people see being arrested, the people that are here.
All we've got to do, got to do is go on the M55 towards Blackpool and turn off on the A503 just before you reach Blackpool, and you'll be here. Just go past the garden centre. It's quite close, it's easy to find. We don't have to address it, you know.
The local leader, make sure you have a hot meal with them in the morning and in the evening. Make sure we get better. Whatever you want, what we need.
So what was it that the...
We've managed to get 200 people in today. Probably 300 or 400 people fluctuating in or out. But we've had about 150, 200 people here all day. This is what it takes. We've shut the place down today.
if you guys could take more days off work and come and help us more, we can stop these doing this.
Or a day on.
You need to come down and support us. Forget Oxygen, forget all the rest. I mean, it does help on the camps and whatnot. But come down and help us. This is what it's all about. We've got to stop these bastards.
Well done, mate.
Yeah.
Well done.
So what does it go quickly yet?
Cheers, guys. Get yourself down here because it's only us that's going to stop it. Our governments aren't going to stop it. They're behind it. And the Tories are the only ones supporting it. If Labour gets in, they said they're going to ban it. Everybody's against it. Well, yeah. All right, well.
The Lib Dems as well, aren't they?
Yeah, well, they said they're going to ban it before they get in. That's going to pull out investors in it. That's going to put it that way.
So what
Just that doubt.
What happened with the, I heard about this on the live stream. Yeah, I heard about it on the live stream. What did the police do with the councillor who's protesting, local councillor?
What he's done now, he's actually on the board.
Yeah.
He's actually on the board of the police commission.
Oh,
So he's got a voice. So they pushed the wrong person over. He's approached that the way he approaches it, and he's now down to the police commission. What's
he sort of just on, you know, the number of people where you've got to block the trucks in and all the rest of it, and they try to start shoving you and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, he's going to bring everything up. We've now got you know, a site. Yeah, if anybody's got any recordings as well, anybody got recordings, if they could put it on Lancs Police Commissioner, anything to do with the police and the abuse, so you go on Facebook, Lancs Police Commissioner, but make sure it's a section, because we know these live feeds are about 2 hours long. Can I also say as well, if anybody at all, if you're watching any live feeds, right, any live feeds, because they can go on for like 2 or 3 hours in a stretch, because they don't want to turn them off once they're on again. If you went in the comments below, just type in, so that if an officer that's arrested, been abusive, type that number in, type the time and what has actually happened. If there's a police station they're going to, type it in. That way you've got a transcript of that video, and it's going to be really helpful when we come back to use it as evidence later on. Thank you everybody, thank you for watching. Alright, cheers. I love you guys as well. Love you. Alright, cheers. We get all that.
Yeah,
I'll you as well at the same time.
I know, yeah.
Cheers. We'll tell those.
Yeah? Well, thank you. We've got low battery, we've got all that he said. Oh, hi, how you doing? Just keep what's happening in the music, yeah? I saw the loads of live streams before, I saw a bit of that on the live stream you're talking about. Just in the bit of happens at all. So it must be quite common.
Now you get the satisfaction of the supervising a load of big boys with big toys playing one time.
Oh yeah. Well, with a 2 mile long Black and Decker drill. Digging into the ground. Alright, you've missed a lot by the way if you've just joined. We had a big thing about your rights of people with the police and somebody an organiser was talking about what happened to a councillor, got shoved over by a police, someone who even worked for the police commission did, and a lot of people in Lancashire are completely against it because it wasn't approved of democratically even. Because Lancashire County Council said no. So with Bambuza though, you can rewind to see that. Presumably it all goes online, doesn't it? So if we did get arrested, we hope we don't, this will be the record of it, because it... I'll have to stop it for a bit now, won't I?